Hey guys, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Still a little congested, but I hope it'll, get out of my system soon. I started watching this movie called Deluge from 1933. Now, sound or talkies, as they were then called, movies had just burst out onto the public, and it was right after the crash. We were in the Great Depression at this time. You have to put this in perspective. Okay, you can't apply modern day reality to what happened almost 100 years ago. Okay, it's not realistic, and it's unrealistic to assign modern day or contemporary reality to what was going on in the country almost 100 years ago. It's totally unrealistic. Totally unrealistic. You have to watch it in the perspective that it was first created, okay? Or was first shown, okay? And I say that because in 1933, we were in the middle of the Great Depression, after the stock market crash and everything. Now, there was a lot of uncertainty going on in this country, what was going to happen. So, many decades before Day After Tomorrow burst out onto the scene in the 1990s, here was a case of New York being destroyed by a powerful flood, okay? And the special effects, you have to forgive the, I should say, the infancy of special effects. They were working with what they had at the time, so you cannot expect the special effects in 1933 to live up to the standards that we now have. Okay, that is totally unrealistic, and I do not put that expectation on a movie from 1933. It is totally unrealistic. So, based on what they had to work with at the time, I think they did an outstanding job for what they had to work with in 1933. Okay, remember, I mean, there was not a lot of money going around. There was not a lot of money to pay for special effects at the time. We were in the middle of the Great Depression. So, with that being said, I want to share with you this, I guess you could say, prophecy of Day After Tomorrow. Okay? And the incredible images of Day After Tomorrow. Okay? When I saw Day After Tomorrow on the big screen, man, I was just like, holy crap. You know, I was like, oh my God. The same reaction I had watching Titanic on the big screen. It was like, holy shit. You know, it's like, oh my God. I mean, you really felt like you were there. Now, you cannot apply those standards to 1933. You cannot. You cannot apply James Cameron. You cannot apply Day After Tomorrow to Deluge in 1933. So I want to, begin that. Okay. So here we go. I'm giving all the credit where credit is due. Okay, go on. Alright, whoever owns the rights, owns the copyright to this, I'm giving them the copyright. But I just want to share this with you. I think this is an intense sequence. It's a rather long sequence.
Same, sir. What about the humidity?
No change, sir.
That barometer's been falling steadily all night long. I can't understand it.
Can't be the barometer, sir. We've checked up on all the stations and they report the same condition.
Nothing's happened so far. It's impossible.
I never saw anything like it.
Neither has anybody else. Has the Coast Guard been advised?
Yes, sir.
Have them broadcast another warning at once. Hurry, hurry.
Attention all shipping. Attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected. United States Coast Guard speaking. Attention all shipping. Attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected. Attention all shipping. Attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected. United States Coast Guard speaking. Attention all shipping. Attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected. United States Coast Guard speaking. Attention all shipping. Attention all shipping. All shipping will remain in port. All boats at sea head for nearest shelter. Violent storms expected.
Cancel all clearance papers. See that every shipment port is tied securely to the docks. Yes, sir. What about that swimmer? Ridiculous. She'd have to cut out the swim. We're apt to have a terrific storm at any minute, and we can't be bothered with some fool trying to break a record. Have the police clear the docks. Yes, sir. Sorry, Miss Arlington, you'll have to postpone your swim.
Why?
Orders from the office.
Well, what's the matter now?
The barometer's been steadily dropping. The office is really worried. Normally, they've been a storm already. They're not even allowing any shipping to clear.
Well, orders are orders.
No swim?
No, it's all off.
How would you like to spend a couple of days in the country with us until the weather clears?
I'd love to.
Grand, I'll call the folks. And me up since 5 this morning.
All aircraft, attention all aircraft. Absolutely imperative. All aircraft, private and government, land at nearest available airport. Absolutely imperative. Attention all aircraft. Attention all aircraft. All aircraft, private and government, land at nearest available airport. Absolutely imperative.
USS Macon, return to your base immediately. USS Macon, USS Macon, return to your base immediately. USS Macon, USS Macon, return to your base.
Nobody knows what it'll be when it does break loose.
Do you think
Oh, don't ask me any more of your silly questions. I don't know what it's all about any more than you do. I'm going out to the university.
It's an eclipse?
Can't be.
Maybe it comes, but there it is.
still falling. Fourth day of unceasing earthquakes as yet imperceptible except through instruments. Greenwich, England. Tremors continue. Public alarm. Word that the end of world is at hand, terrifying millions. Send any word of encouragement you can.
Give me my money. I want to leave now. I will destroy man whom I created from the face of the ground. Both man and beast, and creeping things, and the birds of heaven, for it repenteth me that I have made them. As thieves, we are his children. He will protect us. He will keep us from all evil and all harm. Put yourselves into his keeping and rejoice in his love. Let us pray.
Tremendous quake. It's in the west. Get Mount Wilson Observatory's low wave station.
Terrible earthquake pouring into the valley below us. It looks like the end. What?
Gentlemen, we're fortunate we're here instead of there.
The International Broadcasting Company at this time brings you definite confirmation of the fact that the entire western coast of the United States has been demolished and submerged. At this time, we have no way of knowing definitely the extent of damage to Europe because all means of communication have been destroyed. Even though this international disaster has wrought inconceivable havoc elsewhere, as yet we believe there is no cause for general alarm here. However, take immediate steps to control provisions. Evacuate all unstable buildings, shut off all gas. Panic movements of population can end only in disaster. That's all now. Stand by.
If I should die.
If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul will take.
God bless.
God bless Mama, Papa, and Sister.
And brother.
And Brother.
That's right, darling. Into bed. Hurry up, darling. There's your daddy.
Yes, come on, Mary Ann. It's time you were in bed, darling. Good night, darling. Go to sleep.
Good night, darling.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Daddy.
I'll go right to sleep. Martin, I'm so frightened.
No, don't, darling. I don't think anything will really happen. Why don't you go in and try and get some rest?
I couldn't. I want to stay here with them.
All right, dear. I'll go down and listen for the latest reports.
Wake center is moving eastward. It must be in the Mississippi Valley now. What's up here? Louisiana sinking. Gulf of Mexico flooding entire state. New Orleans wiped out. Gentlemen, I'm afraid there's no escape.
Because of the magnitude of this disaster, it is becoming more and more difficult to verify our information. However, reports from Chicago and the Northwest indicate that the Arctic Ocean is rushing from Hudson Bay and overflowing the Great Lakes. Chicago is doomed. Other broken messages indicate entire Mississippi basin sinking.
Anne, look. Why, Louise isn't a bit frightened. There.
Chimney just crashed. The whole house is liable to go any minute. I think we'd all be safer in the stone quarry. I'll take the children.
Shall we dress them?
No, there isn't time, dear. Bring whatever clothing you can find. Meet me there. Hurry, darling.
Daddy. I'll be right there.
They're safe. Can you move if I lift this?
I'll try.
It's as though we might be able to stay there tonight. Anyway, I have to get more food and clothing for the children. Will you be all right? Continuing our information and instructions. The quake center is shifting eastward. Slight shocks have been felt in this area. The populace again warned to evacuate all buildings. If possible, leave the city. All East River bridges declared
Okay. Now, true, it's not Day After Tomorrow with the special effects that was used in that movie. But for 1933, I think this was pretty damn good. You know, I mean, we're talking about special effects at the time this movie was made in 1933. So, you have to be very forgiving on that. And I am. But this is really all I want to excuse me. Oh boy. This is really all I want to capture in this video is how intense the first 20 some odd minutes of this movie was. And the rest of the movie is basically survival and of the survivors and trying to live in a world that is totally gone. So, and here's another thing too. Remember I said some time ago, who says World War III must be nuclear? Right? Maybe World War IV could be fought with sticks and stones. But why must World War III be nuclear? Why assign World War III before it's even happened? No one knows what World War III is. But whoever it was who assigned World War III to be nuclear annihilation, it's pretty unfair, I think. Because then you can't use World War III unless you're talking about nuclear war. Okay? And World War III may not be nuclear war. What if it's chemical warfare? Right? What if it's cyber warfare? Especially chemical warfare. I saw a couple of movies where a dirty bomb was detonated in Los Angeles. And what about what was going on in Libya? With all the chemical warfare that was going on. Why couldn't that be World War III? That's why I don't understand how we can accept the term World War III to be only and exclusively nuclear and nothing else. I think it's pretty unfair. And I think, you know, we should stop that. Okay? World War III will be what it will be. This is my feeling on it. World War III will be what World War III will be. You know, there's probably a World War IV, World War V. Or maybe not. I hope not. But what I'm saying is, why couldn't World War III be a representation of what we just seen? Why couldn't World War III be chemical and biological? Why couldn't World War III be a plague? Why couldn't World War III be the coronavirus? I mean, why assign World War III to be only and exclusively nothing but nuclear? I think it's stupid. It's stupid and unfair. And that makes that the cutoff point. World War III, cutoff point. Nothing else after that. I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible. And I think we should stop assigning nuclear war to the term World War III. Or nuclear annihilation as World War III. Stop assigning the term to something that we really don't know what it will be. We have not traveled in Doc Brown's DeLorean into the future and found out what 3, 4, and 5 are. Because we don't know. And I think World War III should be what it will turn out to be. And we should be flexible enough to assign the term World War III to whatever it will be. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you later. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.